Yeah, what I want to talk to you guys about is how would alien food taste like. Now, of course, nobody has ever been on another planet. Not that I'm aware of, but if we were to ever try alien food from another planet, how would it taste like? Out of this world? Sorry, no puns, no need for any puns. But seriously though, using laws of physics and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure, to be honest with you, it would be a very interesting experience. I might have posted a video about this before. I'm too lazy to check. But honestly, looking at it, one thing I have to say is Earth will be very important in this. And here's why. Because honestly, looking at things, have you ever heard the term, that the bigger the orange or the bigger a fruit is, the less sweet it is? Well, honestly, no joke. If you're talking about an alien planet, which is twice the size of Earth, that's a possibility. Now hold up for all of the people who are who are super scientific and all that sort of stuff. Like the thing about it, to be honest with you, is that sure it does. Sure, people say that things on their planet would be smaller and all that sort of stuff, but at the same time, there's a chance that due to its size, one thing is for certain, it would be heavier because the gravitational pull apparently would be heavier on that planet. So, in general, the food would be less sweet than ours, but at the same time, it still doesn't mean anything, okay? Because in general, looking at things, I think if we were to actually try food from another planet, and we were to add, this is why, honestly, like we said before, there's an old Buddhist saying, I've said this before. Hold on a sec. And that you have to be careful of the side of the river you go on, because the side of the river you go on is not as good as you think it is. And just in general, man, honestly, no joke, you have to always be aware and realize that just because the place you live in sucks, it doesn't mean where you live will be worse. Because I don't think there's any discussion that Earth is not a good place. It's never been a good place. The masses have always been ignorant. They've always been distracted, even if educated or whatnot. It could have been better, I'm sure. Even in medieval ages, if people were to put the effort in a lot of things, it would probably actually look like something out of a movie and possibly be peaceful. But people in the past, if you look at any time in history in the past, a lot of times the brightest people just ignored what they had to say. So, but back onto the main issue, we know this world is a bad place, but at the same time, you still don't know how another planet would be like. But so this is why I think our planet is very important, because we have something known as sugar, and sugar, honestly, no joke, is something very precious. It's something that's purely sweet, and at the same time, you know, it goes well with everything. Like when you think about sugar, it can mix with just about anything, So because the thing about it is that it's just pure sweetness, really. That's all that it is, and because of our planet and how it's set up, I'm sure there's a good chance uh, that it's just gonna be that way. And honestly, going to a different planet, um, I feel that we would expand our horizon if we were to mix sugar with a lot of stuff, and also things such as maybe milk, bread, and cheese. It seems everywhere you go, at least on this planet, and whenever you bring sugar, milk, uh, bread, cheese, milk, and I'll just say dairy. for the milk and cheese. It seems everything goes crazy over it. Everybody, yeah, really. So in general, if we were to go and bring those things to another planet, honestly, I think things would expand our horizon and expand our taste. Because honestly, if you say it would have a taste out of this world, um, I guess you could say partially it actually would, because of course from the fact that it comes from a different planet, it has a different ecology and everything. It would probably have not just taste different, but it might trigger different sensations that you've never experienced before. You know, to be honest with you, because honestly, when you look at things, there's a lot of things that human beings do not experience that other beings experience. And honestly, no joke, food wherever you go tastes different. Okay, would someone of in medieval Britain have ever imagined what a tomato would have tasted like? Would they have ever imagined it? No, it was just something out of their head. You know, so I think it's possible there's other senses, honestly. Because the thing is that it's from a different planet. It's set up in a different way. There's different trees, if they have any, and just in general, they use a lot of different vitamins. The vitamin makeup is actually quite different from a lot of things that we have on this planet. You know, to be honest with you, it's a lot different than ours. Like a lot of the plants might be, like the sunlight might give off vitamin B6, while our sun gives off vitamin D. So honestly, at least if we can find a way to survival, and maybe in the future we can even take pills, vitamin pills that we're not really too used to kind of get more used to living on a different planet, I think it's possible we could expand our horizon. You know, it would possibly taste pretty decent, and I'm talking about fruits, vegetables, the animals. I guess you could try them out, because when you look at those sorts of things, look at them, because honestly, when you look at the different types of different flavors, you have fusions, you have tangy, you have I don't know, you have this, you have that. And if we were to do it, it's possible, with a different planet, it would just be different. What if on a different planet, aside from the fact that it has a different vitamin, it the the plants in general have just a different chemical makeup.